This is 7 National News. In our top story, His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Rashid Al Nuaimi, Supreme Council member and ruler of Ajman, has toured the site of a fire which broke out in a tower complex in Ajman's Al Sawan area. The ruler of Ajman, who was accompanied by officials from Ajman Municipality and Planning Department at Ajman Civil Defence, was briefed about the fire-fighting operation and efforts involved in putting out the fire. His Highness hailed the efforts made by firefighters and expressed his appreciation to all authorities, including civil defence and other security departments from Dubai, Sharjah and Al Kuwait, for their participation in the operation. His Highness Sheikh Hamad also ordered all necessary means of assistance to be provided to those affected, including accommodation in Ajman hotels until suitable housing is found. Civil defence teams from Sharjah and Ajman had responded to the incident in the Sawan area at about 9 p.m. on Monday night, and at 11 p.m. firefighters were still working to control the blaze, which had spread to adjacent towers. The fire occurred in the recently completed 2.7 billion dirham Ajman 1 development, a cluster of 12 residential buildings. 5 people are believed to have suffered minor burns as the development was evacuated of hundreds of residents, including those in adjacent buildings. More than 100 children from 11 Arab countries have attended the 12th edition of the Sharjah Arab Children Forum, featuring a number of educational workshops and sessions designed to instill leadership skills, while also introducing special programs to develop children's personalities and abilities. On the second day of the forum, under the title Hear Us, We Are the Future, and organised by the Sharjah Children's Centres, representatives of the Big Heart Foundation organised an educational seminar today with the aim of nurturing children's sense of responsibility towards their communities. During one session, NGO officials offered practical tips to students about how to engage more effectively with the community, with the aim of instilling the values of volunteerism in children at an early age. Organisers are hopeful that the latest edition of SACF, a biannual Pan-Sharjah initiative, will help in overcoming the social and developmental hurdles that children in the region are currently facing.
This is the only, I think, in the Middle East and the Arab world, this is the only leadership program that has been custom designed for children between these age categories. It has been custom designed to fit their mentalities, cultural backgrounds, and religious backgrounds. Obviously, we're here to unite the children, take them away from everything that's happening around the world, put them in an environment that can actually enhance their mental capabilities and put them in the right track towards their future.
In our session, we wanted to focus on what the children really know and sort of to put themselves in the unprivileged children's shoes. So we gave them an example of letting children be in one place. For example, 100 children, they're in a place that has nothing except for the basic necessities, such as food and water, and they have the building equipment. So we wanted to see in these children's point of view, what are the priorities that they need to do? For example, schools, hospitals, health. So we let them have a brainstorming session where they gave us ideas on what they think is important. And I think this was a really good session because it made us know what the kids are thinking. It's very important to know what the children are thinking because they are the future.
A fun-themed art event on the sidelines of the forum is also inspiring children's artistic skills and abilities, while a unique initiative titled The Ambition Wall is offering students an opportunity to talk about their hopes, dreams and aspirations about their future. Out of a total of 120 children participating in the forum, the UAE is being represented by 81 students from children's centres and schools across the country. The 7-day program, running until the 3rd of April, will also feature a host of activities that have been specially designed to empower the region's youth, including a 3-day leadership training program.
I came here to present Saudi Arabia, to tell you about Saudi Arabia, to let you know and be interested in Saudi Arabia. I feel interested about a lot of things, and I feel hopeful and enjoyable because to see more countries than just UAE.
We are here today at Sharjah Arab Children Forum, which sees the participation of 11 different countries, of different Arab countries. Some of them are Kuwait, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. It is my first time to participate in Sharjah Arab Children Forum, but it is a great participating. I was not happy to come here, but now I'm happy.
And 1 child in 3 in Abu Dhabi has been physically harmed more than once at school, with the results of a new study suggesting that only half of all students feel safe at school. Of the 52,000 pupils polled by Abu Dhabi Education Council, only 51.9% in state education and 56.2% in private education felt safe at school, while more than 2 children in 5 said that they had been bullied or verbally abused more than once. The children's responses, according to representatives for the Beat the Cyber Bully campaign, show the real extent of the school bullying problem and highlight more young people are just accepting bullying, online and offline, as a normal part of life. A third of private school pupils said they sustained bodily harm more than once at school, and 39.1% said they had been bullied, ridiculed or verbally abused more than once at school. The survey found 47.1% of state school pupils and 49.8% at private school had seen other children suffer bodily harm more than once. Incidents of corporal punishment have also occurred in the Emirates, prompting the Ministry of Education to launch an investigation and set up a hotline for students to report any abuse. A new study prepared by Dubai Municipality has revealed that to keep up with the steady growth in population, an average of 3,500 housing units should be built per year. The municipality expects that the population in the year 2021 will be around 3.3 million people and 5.2 million people in 2030. According to Dubai Statistics Centre, the population of residents in Dubai as of January 2016 was 2.4 million, with a growth rate of 5%. To meet this demand without increasing the levels of pollution, Dubai Municipality is looking at a number of green energy alternatives, as the Emirate aims to have 7% of its energy from clean energy sources by 2020, with this percentage increasing to 25% in 2030 and 75% in 2050. Authorities are also aiming to cut carbon emissions by 15% by 2021 and reduce the demand for energy and water by 30% in 2030. The study also showed that people spend as much as 90% of their time in buildings, whether in offices or homes, and that the consumption of energy in these buildings can range from 80 to 90%. According to officials, this also highlights the value of the continued initiatives being developed to improve the energy efficiency of building and dwellings via smart energy consumption devices and improvements to thermal insulation. Hands-free calls while driving could soon be banned, as the Ministry of Interior is working on regulations to limit the use of smartphones and other electronic gadgets in cars. According to local reports that cited ministry officials, the new regulations would ban both Bluetooth-enabled calls as well as using earphones while a vehicle is moving. Officials stated that several international studies have shown that speaking on the phone while driving impacts the way one drives and diverts the attention of the driver regardless of whether they are using a handheld device, a Bluetooth-enabled device or speaking through a headphone. The ministry also revealed that the changes are being initiated at the GCC level, as traffic authorities of all the regional countries are discussing the regulations in order to have some uniformity, especially considering the high frequency of vehicles crossing the region's borders. Additionally, last year the UAE witnessed 675 deaths in road accidents, and the use of mobile phones continues to be one of the biggest causes of accidents, second only to speeding. According to a study, a legal hands-free device makes a driver at least 4 times more likely to have an accident. And with its latest campaign, Desert Without Blood, Dubai Police aim to reduce the number of fatal quad bikes accidents, which increased to 126 last year from 104 accidents in 2014. The campaign, in cooperation with Dubai Municipality, started earlier this month and will continue until mid-April. Quoted in local reports, Major General Mohammed Saif Al-Safin, Assistant Commander-in-Chief of the Dubai Police for Operations, called for a special area in the desert for quad bike riders, which will help reduce accidents. He also urged age regulations for riders. The report added that police confiscated 1,142 bikes in 2015, up from 387 in 2014. Meanwhile, the number of quad bike offences registered in 2015 also rose. Police officials stated that in cooperation with Dubai Municipality and RTA, Dubai Police established fencing along the road in Al Warqa to prevent entry of quad bikes to public roads. They also confirmed that offenders who violate quad bike rules will have their bikes impounded for up to 3 months and will face a fine of up to 50,000 dirhams. And finally, in the bulletin, Dubai has been included in the Traveller's Choice Destinations 2016 list published by TripAdvisor and was the only UAE destination to make it into the top 25. Dubai figured high on TripAdvisor's latest Traveller's Choice Awards, coming in at #1 in the region and 13th in the world. The Emirate has substantially improved its rankings from last year when it took the 24th spot. Announced earlier this week, Traveller's Choice Awards for destinations recognise travellers' favourite places worldwide. The rankings take into account the quantity and quality of reviews for hotels, restaurants and attractions in destinations worldwide gathered over a year and taking into account booking trends registered on TripAdvisor. Additionally, according to data released recently by Kayak, a travel booking website, Dubai was the #1 trending New Year's Eve destination in 2016. Recently, Dubai Tourism was awarded Best Tourist Board at the Travel Weekly Globe Awards in London. Dubai attracted over 14.2 million overnight visitors in 2015, recording a strong 7.5% increase over 2014, double the United Nations World Travel Organization's projected 3 to 4% global travel growth for the same period.